Good morning, children. Here I am going to start a new lesson. Now, how many can you sit in the dark? When the evening starts, it will become dark. You can't see anything. Isn't it? In olden days, we used kerosene lamps or candles. But now everyone is habituated of the lights. Isn't it? Everyone is habituated of the lights. Without lights, we can't even spend 1 minute also. We want, even in summer season, without fans, without cooler, without ACs, we can't live. Isn't it? We can't bear heavy summer season. Isn't it? So, what are these? How it runs? Fans, coolers, ACs, and many more electrical goods we are using. Ovens are there. Every house is having oven is there, or washing machines are there. Electrical gadgets are more. Isn't it? TVs are there. All this works with the power. That is electricity. Now today I am going to start a new chapter. That is what you call it, electricity. Already you have learned in 6th class about the torch light. Already you have learned. Now, suppose your father asks you torch light, what you have to do is, you will first, when we use the torch light, we have to remove the cells. Understood? Otherwise, the chemicals which are there in the cells, it will be exhausted if you keep like that only. So, when your father asks you what you will do, you will keep the batteries in the torch light and you will switch on. If it will not work, where your mind will go, I kept wrong position, in wrong position the batteries. Again you will reset the batteries till the bulb glows. Working of torch light, everyone studied in 6th class, isn't it? Now we will know about the batteries, about the cell, how it works. Now let us see what a cell or battery contains. Now here I will give you a simple cell. Take 2 injection bottles. Take 2 injection bottles. You are taking the injection bottles with 2 whole rubber stoppers. What you are taking? 2 whole rubber stoppers. We need few things to make a cell. We need few things to make a cell. Here we are taking take a cell and remove that outer covering of the cell, metallic covering which is made up of zinc. Cut it into the small piece. Insert this into the cell. This is what you call it, the zinc. Outer covering of the cell is called a zinc. Now next you have to take the copper wire also. Insert from other hole copper wire. This is a copper wire. You are taking the copper wire. Isn't it? Now, these are the, what do you call it? Zinc sheet. And this is a copper. Isn't it? Now, what you will do here in this, you are taking sulfuric acid. In this, what you are adding? Sulfuric acid is in liquid state. You are taking sulfuric acid. You are making your own cell. You are preparing your own cell, isn't it? You are making your own cell. Now, connect this wire here. This is zinc. Isn't it? This is zinc and this is copper. Now, connect the zinc sheet with the copper wire. Now, what you have to do, now, how to know that cell is in working condition? Now, connect this copper wire, copper and the zinc. Copper and the zinc. This is copper. Copper and the zinc. With the LED bulb. With the LED bulb. Connect these 2 wires with the LED bulb. The bulb will glow. The bulb will glow. When the bulb is glow, then you can say that your cell is in working condition. Your cell is light emitting diode. This is LED is light emitting diode. It is called light emitting diode. Okay. So in this way, now what is the disadvantage of this cell? Here we are using the sulfuric acid and we are using here zinc zinc and copper wires. The zinc is a negative terminal, copper is a positive terminal. These two terminals we are connecting, isn't it? So zinc terminal is connected with the copper wire and zinc terminal is connected with the copper wire, and these two wires are connected with the LED bulb. So when bulb starts glowing, this proves that your cell is in working condition. Now here, what is the advantage or what is the disadvantage? Here sulfuric acid is act as an electrolyte. It acts as an electrolyte which helps in producing the electricity. It is a liquid state. Can you carry this to anywhere? No. It is not at all possible to carry anywhere like dry cell. We cannot carry this, we can't carry this because of the liquid state. Sulfuric acid is a liquid state. It is highly impossible to take from one place to other place. Understood? Now, here, so do all the cells contains liquids in them? No. Here we will know about find out what the batteries and torches, which we are using in the torches, what it contains. Here I will draw the dry cell. Everyone familiar with the dry cell? Here you can open the dry cell and see. You open the dry cell and see. This is what. So here the dry cell observe the chemical components which is used in the dry cell. What are the chemical components used in the dry cell, and these chemical components reacts with each other. They reacts with each other and produces the electricity. What are the chemicals used in the dry cell which produces electricity? Here we know. Now here you are taking a carbon rod. This is a carbon rod. This carbon rod is surrounded with the carbon powder. It is surrounded with the carbon powder and ammonium chloride paste Here it is this carbon rod is surrounded with the carbon powder and ammonium chloride paste. Here see, this is the ammonium chloride paste. You are taking the paste, the chemicals which we are using, all these are in dry state only. So the name is given dry cell. We can take anywhere these cells. We can carry the cells anywhere. Isn't it? So now seal this. Chemicals we have used, now seal this with the metal cap. This is what you call it, metal cap. This is what you call it, metal cap. Cover this. So sealed this. Now the outer covering which act as a negative terminal. What is this negative terminal of the cell? This is sealed by using a zinc sheet which act as a negative terminal. Of the cell. Your cell is ready to use. This is what you call it, cell. So here, see this. This is a carbon rod. This is a carbon rod. Carbon rod. This is carbon powder. This is carbon powder. This is what you call it, ammonium chloride paste. Ammonium chloride paste. You are using in paste. You are using it in paste, isn't it? Zinc container. This is what you call it, zinc container, which act as a negative terminal. This is a zinc container which act as a negative terminal. This is sealed. You sealed after keeping all the chemicals. This is what you call it, metal cap, which act as a positive terminal. This is negative terminal and here it is a positive terminal which act as a positive terminal. So here, a carbon rod with metal cap act as a positive terminal. The metal cap with a carbon rod act as a positive terminal. So here what we are using, the chemical components, the chemicals we are using here is a carbon rod is there. It is surrounded with the carbon powder and ammonium chloride paste. Understood? And it is sealed by using a zinc sheet which act as a negative terminal. Okay. Now the carbon rod with the metal cap act as a positive terminal. Now after sealing, now here the chemicals which we are using are in dry state. They are in dry state, isn't it? So the name is given dry cell. You can carry anywhere. So when the chemicals, now you have to replace every 2-3 months, depends upon your usage. It will not work forever. The cells will not work forever. You have to replace it. When the cells becomes weak, we have to replace with new cells. Why? Because continuously when we use these chemicals will be exhausted. The chemicals will be exhausted and we have to replace with the new cells. And this chemical, due to this chemicals reacts with each other and the electricity is produced and the bulb glows in the torchlight. Because of this, bulb glows in the torchlight. Where we use these dry cells? We use in our wristwatches, we use in radios, we use remotes, we use and charging lights, we use dry cells. Okay, many uses are there for these dry cells. Why the name is given dry cell? The chemicals which we are using in cell is in a dry state. Now here, conversion of the energy. In dry cells the energy converts. Chemical energy converts into electric energy. 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 So this is about the how to make your own dry cell. How to make your own dry cell? The chemicals which we are using are in dry state. So we are using the name as a dry cell. So here the chemicals, when the chemicals are exhausted, we have to replace with the new cells. Isn't it? Chemicals will be over, means the equipment will not work out. Understood? So here in this we are using chemicals. So these chemicals are changing into electric energy to produce electric energy. Conversion of energy is also very important when you are writing about the dry cell. Construction of the dry cell along with the diagram. In this chemical we are using the chemicals and the chemical energy is converts into electric energy. Understood, children? So draw this diagram in your homework book. Thank you. Have a nice day.